just to let you know, coming up, it'll be the Ladies First panel. This is our new feature where we bring together a group of brilliant women into the studio to talk about some of the big stories doing the rounds this week. But I do want to just touch on Grenfell. I've got with me Dipti Tait, a hypnotherapist, and I've also got author, actor and writer Kiran Dadlani. Just, if I can come to you first, Dipti, just a year on with Grenfell, I don't know how much of the discussion you heard there, but just, how do you feel a year on?
Well, first of all, I can't believe it's a year. I mean, that in itself is shocking, isn't it? But also the whole concept of grieving, it's now where it's so important to be aware of everybody's mental health surrounding Grenfell, because as we know with grief, there's always a period of shock, of denial, of disbelief, and so now it's kind of hitting home. It's real, and as you've been talking about these real lives and these real people, and the impact of what they've lost is so significant, and so therefore I think the mental health is really crucial, to be really aware of their emotional support.
And we talked about children as well, because how do you speak to children about this as well?
Yeah, it's a tricky subject with children, but in a way, Kiran and I were talking earlier, and in a way it's kind of also inviting the awareness of this issue. So therefore, when children do have questions, because they'll see things in the news or in the media, they have a safe space to come and ask those questions, and therefore it invites those discussions, which I think is always a good thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Kiran, how do you feel a year on? And I think you summed up, Dipti. It doesn't feel like a year.
No, it doesn't feel like a year.
It's our weekly feature where we bring together a group of women into the studio to talk about some of the big stories doing the rounds this week. It's the Ladies First panel. If you're a man and listening, by the way, you can still get in touch. It's fine. We'd still like to hear from you. So do tell us your thoughts about some of the stories that we'll be talking about in a moment. With me on the panel today, Dipti Tait, a hypnotherapist and author. I've also got actor and writer and dancer Kiran Dadlani and blogger Millie Sansoy as well. Good to have you here.
Hello.
How are you? Happy World Cup Day.
Happy World Cup Day.
So
Let's fly that flag.
How happy are you, Dipti, on a scale of 1 to 10?
1 being really happy and 10 being not, or 10 being really happy?
10 being really happy.
Do you want me to be really honest?
Be really honest.
I'm happy generally, but I'm not as happy because of the World Cup.
It's not your thing?
No, not at all.
Your thing, Kiran?
Not really. I would say probably maybe 2.5 to a 3.
I'm like 1.
Wow.
What about you, Millie?
I think I'm off the scale with excitement. I love football, so I'm really excited. I'm going to be live streaming the opening ceremony from work.
Wow.
Tell us, Millie, what is it about the World Cup and as I should mention, it's going to run over 4 weeks. It's the actor on Poldark, and he's been talking about how he's never felt objectified. So he's been the subject of this national debate, and how there are double standards when it comes to women openly lusting over him, his good looks and his chest. And it was Mariella Frostrup, I think, who wrote in the Radio Times that if it was the other way around, if a man was doing that about a woman, well, we would be outraged by it. What do you think? Let me come to you, Kiran.
Well, like I was saying before, we as ladies have extra sexy bits on our chest. So if a man's going to comment on it, he's commenting on that. Whereas for a woman, if you're looking at a man's chest, you can just appreciate the health and the vitality that's there. The human body is a beautiful thing, and I think...
Are those your thoughts when you look at him? You think, oh, he looks healthy.
I do. I think he looks healthy. I mean, I don't necessarily think, I feel turned on. Do you know? For me, it's different aspects that get to me.
Text it if you believe Kiran.
Yeah. I can see her face.
It's true, though. It's true. I know what does it for me, and I can appreciate beauty.
I like his
without
pecs.
feeling...
But you,
nice.
Dipti, do you think there is a double standard, though? I take your point about, women have breasts and it's all sexual, whereas what you're saying is women don't look at him or a naked man in a sexual way.
Some I know will.
I think they will, yeah.
Do you know?
I think they will as well.
Do you think there is a double standard? Do you think there is a double standard there?
Yes, exactly. If we raise our eyebrows when men have those things to say about women, then actually is it fair for us to say that about men? You know, that is just a question I have anyway. But I do appreciate that we need to kind of appreciate beauty.
Yeah.
And, you know, when somebody is aesthetically pleasing, maybe it's a good thing to say.
I love the way you're choosing your words so carefully.
So, yeah, I mean, being really diplomat.
You know, in the art world, you know, the human form is beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's been, you know, lots of paintings.
Like
going back
Michelangelo.
hundreds of years, you know.
Millie, what do you think? Do you think
100% equal to men, and unfortunately we're not.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, and, I mean, we've just got just a few seconds left. I guess it's one of the bigger issues, and we're not going to actually be able to have enough time to talk about it. It's about, you know, young boys as well, isn't it? Looking at something like that. Yeah, that may have confidence issues for them, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
I mean, certainly in the industry, there's a lot of young men now that aspire to look like that. So, you know, there's worries over their physical health.
I mean,
because they're going to the extreme.
I used to see a lot of people for body dysmorphia, and I still do in my practice, and now more males are coming for that, and it used to be a female thing. So, yeah.
We'll have to wrap up, but I've loved talking to all three of you, and I wish you a very happy World Cup.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you very much.
I know you'll definitely enjoy it, Millie.
Definitely, 100%.
Dipti Tait there, Kieran Dadlani and Millie Sansoy for our ladies panel, talking about lots of issues there. The World Cup is starting today. Just to let you know, coming up now on Asia Network Reports, it's something that we were talking about this first hour. It's been a year on since the Grenfell fire. 72 people died, many left homeless. You can read a lot more about it on the BBC website, bbc.co.uk, and see how people are remembering the anniversary. But coming up now to hear more about this, 12:30 is Asian Network Reports with Nikesh Ragani.